Hello, thanks so much for stopping by Merlin's Mountain today. My name is Andy, so welcome if you haven't been here before. If you have been here before, welcome, welcome. Okay, so what we do is we do the Freaky Friday read, and that is so often with the Halloween deck. But this week I'm going to use Tarot Del Fuego, which I have not used for ages. It's quite a pretty deck, you know, and it's kind of full of meaning, a little bit scary as well, if I'm honest, you know. So let us consult the cards. Let's have a quick shuffle. In fact, let's have a longish shuffle. I think that would be a good thing to do. Just kind of give our spirit guides time to just, you know, get really focused on what cards are supposed to be coming out here. Okay, we'll do a pick a card. It'll just be a quick 3-card one today. Okay, I think we're there now. So let's turn over the top 3 cards off the pile. Here they are, friends. Right, we've got... Which way? No, that's the way they came out. Okay. We've got number 1, number 2, number 3, and these cards are a real firebomb when you look at the back. You know, it's just that fiery heart kind of coming down through the sky, almost burning up on re-entry. And that's what the divine energy is like so much of the time. You know, it has to travel a long way to get here. Or does it have to I don't know, because it's not a physical thing, and it has to become physical to actually get here. That's how this knowledge works. But it reaches you kind of in your own heart, you know. Wherever your heart is at, that's where it's going to reach to at the moment. So it's number 1, number 2, or number 3. You could pick 2 of them. You could pick all 3 of them if you want. It's entirely up to you. It really is. Trust your inner psychic. So, friends, have you made your decision? Let's get cracking then. And card number 1 is this one, the 5 of Cups. There it is. Very large amount of kind of fiery action going on there. The cups are absolutely blazing either side, and there seems to be a tree growing out of another one. We've got more fire in the sky. And what's this elephant's trunk thing here? Let me look more closely. Oh, it's kind of a serpent coming out of one of the cups. That's what it is. And oh, well, camera's finally focused, great. And you can see there's a leaf on each cup, and that is generally the way with this deck. But it's a good reminder that nature is behind everything that's going on in our lives, and you know, everything really that goes on around us. No matter how divine it is, it has to come out of nature. Just like science, actually. You know, we talk about using natural materials. Every material, you know, man-made material, scientifically made material, whatever it is actually made out of something that grew on the earth, you know, or maybe something that landed here from Mars many thousands of years ago. But anyhow, it's got here. And the key word with this card, really, the 5 of Cups, is partial loss. It is a water sign energy, so we're looking at the emotions, really. Incompleteness, maybe an incomplete relationship, maybe something just... could be anything that just hasn't worked itself out to its full extent. And that means that it's a bit of a sad card. It does actually mean there is potential for better things to happen, better things to come in. So do get your manifesting head on if you chose this one, or if you chose all 3. This is the beginning of the journey of this reading. Bringing us to card number 2. Let's bring this one out. And card number 2 is the Ace of Wands. Really very positive card, and a real sense of beginnings here. With the 5 of Cups, we had a feeling that things have maybe begun, and more things need to be begun. Oh, excuse me, more things need to be begun to actually make things whole and complete. And here is your new beginning. And if you picked all 3 cards, friends, this is the middle one. So this is what everything pivots on, if you will. A very fiery wand, a very natural looking wand, and what is around it, we have, well, essentially sun images, and in some of them, the sun is behind the clouds. Come on, focus, dear camera, do focus. In some of them, the sun is behind the clouds. In some of them, the sun is already actually fully visible and is blazing in the sky. And isn't that just the nature of life, really, isn't it? You know, we're back with that theme of nature that seems to come very strongly from this card. It could be the birth of a child, it could be the start of anything, really, but it is kind of like birthing, you know, it's that natural. And we talk about cycles, and particularly seeing the sun behind the clouds and then coming out. That's a cycle, just like we have the moon cycle, just like everything in life is a cycle. So if you are feeling incomplete, if you are feeling kind of concerned, if those Five of Cups emotions are playing you up, and let's face it, emotions get to us all pretty much every day, one way or another, we all feel something of that nature. If you're going through that, here is hope that something new is beginning. And when you think about it, there's pretty much a guarantee that new things will keep beginning, because it is very much the nature of life. And card number 3, here we go. Queen of Swords is this card. There you go, I saw it even before you did. Again, very, very fiery and a sense of action happening. You always get this with Tarot Del Fuego because it is the fire of life, really. We were talking about the violet flame, the violet fire in the video I did the other day. And just by the way, you can attune yourself to the violet flame. I just wanted to drop that in there. You don't have to pay £1 million to a violet flame master or anything like that. But here we go. The violet flame is all about transmutation, about, transforming things. And that's why I thought of it with this card. Because this card, the Queen of Swords, she's a very quick-witted character. She's very sharp. She's very good at making things happen. But if I bring it up close to the camera, and the camera focuses, which I don't think it wants to at this moment. No, but maybe you can see she's wearing a blindfold anyway. That's the thing. And that speaks of the other side of the Queen of Swords, which can be about loneliness and it can be about misfortune. This can be where things all go wrong. But if they do, there's hope, because like I say, she is very resourceful. She is quick-witted. And whenever we look at a sword card, we're thinking about what's going on in the mind, the journey of the mind, and a certain amount of anxiety, perhaps. I hope that's not the case for you, friends, but we all get it. So if it is, this is a path out of anxiety actually being shown here, because we're getting to the end of the sword's journey with this one. There is only the king to go, unless you count aces high. But you know what I mean. We're very much getting towards the end of the crazy thinking spree that sometimes needs to go on, that sometimes keeps us awake at night. And here is the fire to really light things up and get things moving. And I'm sure that blindfold is going to come off the Queen of Swords any time, because you can't blindfold a queen, or at least not for long anyway. So quite a bit of hope there in this reading, and it is actually, it's been quite frankly looking at the different sides of things. We've got all the emotions of the Five of Cups there, and then we've got the Ace of Wands, which, as positive as it is, always goes with a bit of fire, but it reminds us of the cycle of things, and more of the cycle of things here with the Queen of Wands, and sorry, not with the Queen of Wands, with the Queen of Swords, and all that anxiety, all that heavy thinking working itself out, bringing new things into being. And friends, if you picked that Queen of Swords and you're going through that loneliness and you're going through that misery, well, I'm so sorry to hear it. But at the same time, the only way is up. That really is the message of the Queen of Swords. And I hope that's been the message of this reading as well. Just a quick one today. We will be back very soon with more, so please hit the subscribe button. Make sure you don't miss anything. Why not drop a like on this one if you've enjoyed it? Leave me a comment. Let me know what card you picked. Let me know anything you want me to know. It's always good to hear from you guys. We share the journey that way. And I'll see you again in a future video. Love and light, blessings and peace.